Tell me you want me. 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 Tell me you want me.
Hey, what's up going on, guys? That was a horrible start. I don't know why it started off with me muted. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a nice little installation of the AlephZero testnet node today to go ahead and keep us entertained during this little session. I'm going to be listening to a little bit of a radio here. So I'm going to listen to the community radio on radio FM here. It does take a little bit of a while to download the database for AlephZero, so yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at the requirements real quick before we jump in today. So to run the AlephZero testnet node, you need to have basically 16 gigabytes of RAM, a CPU with at least 4 cores, storage 1 terabyte NVMe. Today we'll be doing only 160 gigabytes for the testnet. I'll tell you guys why. It's because the database is only 60 gigabytes right now for that, and I'm only going to be running this testnet node for this video for a few days while we do the setup. And also, another thing to note is that today's video, this is just part 1. There's going to be 2 or 3 parts, and that's because you actually have to register as a testnet node before you can start validating blocks. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and register and go through the whole registration process, and that probably will happen tomorrow. Today we're going to go ahead and set up the node, get the node running and syncing, and that takes about 24 hours. Now, if you're looking for a good place to go ahead and run your node, I definitely recommend I use Turnkey Internet. They have a great colocation deal here, so you can build your server and send it to them and then upgrade. You could just do the Colocation 1 deal, just get a small server. Nice Intel NUC is fine for this for 1 amp. I think it's about 90 watts, so that equals about 100 equals about 90 volts as well. So you should have plenty of power with this cheap deal. And for Black Friday, they usually go as low as 20 bucks for this. And you can upgrade the port speed, of course, to 100 megabits, which is the recommendation for the AlephZero node. And they say 25 megabits per second, but you definitely need probably about 100 to have decent speed for downloading the database and everything like that. So I recommend getting this plan, upgrading it, and that's about 55 bucks a month. There are other options you can use. Go ahead and look them up yourself. They have some more options here on turnkey internet. This is just the cheapest option, and they also have 100% renewable energy, which is one of the future requirements possibly for AlephZero, which is one reason I chose the turnkey internet for this. Anyways, for today's tutorial, I did go ahead and I started downloading the database here because it is rather large. You can see the database is, let me see, about 52 gigabytes here, so it should be finished in 8 minutes. So we can go ahead and get started. To get started running an AlephZero testnet node, it's rather simple. I'm going to leave all these links in the description that I have here today for you guys, so don't worry about that. Let's head over to the website, the validating on AlephZero here. You can go to downloading and running the node. So here's the easiest way to do it. This is the recommended method. It is to use the Docker image here. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to, oops. That's the wrong one. Is this the right one? Oh, here we go. Yeah, download the node. Okay, that's correct. So basically you want to download this right here. Let's go ahead and copy that, and this will download the Aleph Node Runner repository. So we'll just head back to my iTerm here, and I have another window open here. So from here, I'm going to open up a screen session, and this is like basically like having multiple windows open for the term. I'm going to call it Aleph Node, Azero Node, and that creates a new screen session. And from there, I'm going to go ls. Let's see what I got here. So you can see here, I'm actually downloading the data backup tar.gz, and I also have the Gallon node here. You can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to download. Let me just make sure I have enough space on my disk for this. All right, so you can see here I'm doing pretty good. I have a 227 gigabytes on this hard drive, and I still have about 148 gigs left. So that should be plenty to get this running today. And this will keep me going for a couple of months, I think, on the testnet, since the testnet doesn't have a crazy amount of transactions, right? So from there, let's go ahead and download or clone the AlephZero node runner. Okay, and from there we're not gonna quite run this setup yet because I'm downloading the database file before we started the tutorial today. We have to edit the startup script so that way it looks for the correct database, which I downloaded previously. You can see here I'm downloading it. And if you want to do this as well, you could do it this way. Just go to build from source, and then from there you can download. You could download the database snapshot, which is right here, and just download that. And then in the startup script, you can point to this file instead of pointing to the actual URL. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Go to Aleph Node Runner here, and we'll just list what's in here. And yeah, I'm not like a crazy power user. I mean, I know how to use Linux, but I don't use I just use Nano normally. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna kind of look at the database snapshot URL. And I mean, I think you can just, pretty sure we can just go like this. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if this works. Now I have to wait for this to download. And we'll just point it to my home directory here. This should work. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. So let's just save that file here. Sorry guys, we can't see this. Let me see. Sorry, did you guys see that? We're gonna go ahead and save it right there. Okay, let me resize this again. There you go. You guys can see it, right? Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. And yeah, there we go. That should be bigger for you guys, right? All right, cool. All right, cool. That should be fine. I'll make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, cool. So you guys can see I'm in the Aleph node runner. I went ahead and just to reiterate, I went ahead and changed the snapshot location. And let's go make sure that I'm okay. Now I'm gonna save that. Oops. And let's go ahead and make sure. So actually, it looks like I named it wrong in there. So we're gonna go ahead and change the name back to remove the one that I put in there. I don't know why there's a one in there. So we're just gonna remove the one. Okay. All right, cool. And that should have us good for now. So while we are still waiting for this to download, you can see here it's 89%. It should be done in about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and get our account ready for the AlephZero. So in order to do that, we're going to head over to the AlephZero, let me see, Polkadot substrate portal. Okay, so you head over to this Polkadot substrate portal. You can see we have one right there. What we're going to do here is we're going to add an account. You can use this this mnemonic seed phrase right here, okay, and just copy it and then paste it somewhere safe. All right, and once you guys do that, go to click the little check mark it, and then go to the next button. And from there, you can name your account. I named this one Validator, and then the other one I name it. Let me see, what was the other one I name it? The other one I will name it Master, because the master account is the one that kind of holds the token, has the rights over the token, and the validator is the one that's sort of validating the tokens. And I'll explain that a little bit later. But you need actually two accounts here. One will be the really secure account, and the other one will be kind of the one that's a little bit less secure. So you want to make sure that you have two accounts here. I'll add an account, and I'm going to go ahead and blur my screen, remake this thing for you guys. And I checked that I haven't saved my mnemonic safely. And we're going to call this validator. Sorry, unblur my screen here. Validator, password. I guess my password's weak. I don't know. Anyway, so the validator is patent name this, and go ahead and hit save. I'm not going to save the file. I don't need to save the file. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get testnet AlephZero. This will allow you to start validating blocks. You need 25,000 testnet A0 in order to become a validator node. So I think they changed the faucet, so you only have to open it one account. So let's go ahead and do that right now. All you have to do that right here is go ahead and go down here. Just click on the little button here and then press copy, and you can copy your address. From there, you just head over to the AlephZero faucet right here, and we'll just go ahead and paste it right there. And press that you're not a robot. Traffic lights. Next. And chimneys. There's no chimneys here, is there? I don't see any, so I'll make it rain. Woo! All right, so it looks like it sent enough T0s, which is testnet A0, to my account. It's pretty much almost immediate, so you don't have to refresh the page. This will show up in just a second, I think. Let's try this again. Taxis. Okay, so yeah, I already sent it. So let's go ahead and go back to the Polkadot. Oh, wait, I'm on mainnet. That's why. If you guys are on mainnet, make sure you guys switch to the Azero testnet. So you go down here to the test networks, and then it should be an AlephZero testnet. Sorry, guys, I totally forgot to switch back. All right. Oh, wow. It has like all my other accounts here. Interesting. All right. So validator I have right here. Let's just delete these for now. I'll delete these for now. You guys don't need to. I don't want to confuse you guys, so I'm just deleting those. So all I have now is this validator account right here. All right. And from there, it's pretty simple. We're going to make one more account. And go ahead and here, just make one more account, and we'll call this one the master account. Okay. So let me just go ahead and do that for you guys. And we'll call it, I'm gonna put this in my note file, I'll call it master. Alright, and then hit these save the keys, and then boom, you're good. Okay, and we'll call this one master, and put the password in. Alright, and then we go next and save. Alright guys, I think this is actually my other account, so I'm gonna delete this one too, and I'll add my other account. And I'll just go ahead and just a second, let me add my account back, my validator account. Alright, cool, done. Validator. Alright guys, so you can see here I have my validator account, and with the 25,001 T0, which is the testnet as Azero. Then I have my master account here. And let's go ahead and check on the node and see if it's downloaded the database file. Okay, so it looks like the database file is downloaded. So yeah, it's all finished. Go ahead and clear the screen so it's less messy. And you can see that the database file is right here. So now we should be able to run the node and go ahead and start syncing the validator node. Okay, so sorry, syncing just the database with the rest of the network. So, and then let's just make sure we're doing this right. In order to do that, what you need to do is go to download and running the node. So you want to name your node here. So you can run node.sh and then n, which gives your node a name. That way you can see it here on the Polkadot telemetry. So you can see over here Polkadot telemetry. And they'll name their nodes like AlephZero. That's one of the nodes, right? So let's go ahead and go back to there, and we'll do that. And we'll call this crypt test. All right, so it looks like I need to change that name back, like I said before, to remove the 1. For some reason, it didn't remove the 1. I don't know why. And then it deleted the slash. That's why. All right, let's try this again. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this. And for me, since you guys can should be able to just run it fine, but from there. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and change the. I'm just gonna cancel all this. All right, cool. I think we just put this here. Okay, and then this should work. All right, cool. This should work. Hopefully, let's see. All right, looks like we are very close. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I think I'm trying to see. I feel like this is not gonna work the way I wanted it to. Let me see. So it says that no such file or directory already up to date. So home Kaizen DB to backup cannot open no such file or directory. Let's see. Oh, there's no DB backup. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. It looks like it's doubling up on what the name of this is. So basically, I think I just have to delete that, and I should be fine. Okay, this is a pain. DB.backup that Tor does easy. Okay, that's good. Oh, I just named it wrong. Huh, very easy. All right, cool. So it looks like I am now unloading the database here. So that actually worked out the way I wanted it to. Cool. So yeah, guys, we are now currently basically importing the database into the Azero directory, and then it will automatically delete that database when I'm done the snapshot. So I should have a lot of space left on my disk after that. Total, you need at least, I think, 110 gigabytes free, because you have to download the snapshot, and then you also have to basically kind of unarchive it, and then after that it'll start syncing it with the network. But if you don't delete it right afterwards, then it's going to have double the amount of space. Okay, so let's just wait for that to get done, and let's go and walk through the step of going ahead and registering as a validator. You can't do all of this right now, but you can do most of the steps right now, so we'll do that while we're waiting. Okay, so to do this, you need to go to network and staking. And so first what you want to do is you want to go to network and then go to staking here. And make sure that you're on the AlephZero testnet, okay? From there, just go ahead and click on accounts. And you need to create a new stash. And this is kind of what I was talking about, the controller account, the master account. You want to make sure this is different than your validator account. It says that in the directions here. Let me see, where's the directions? Yeah, verifying your setup, customizing your setup. I think the making the node validated, this is the point here. So creating a stash and bonding. So Polkadot.js browser extension, the recommended way of managing accounts via the Polkadot.js browser extension. When running with Aleph networks, you'll probably be asked to update some of its metadata. So creating the stash and bonding. Here it kind of explains that, well, you can see here that Alice is different from Alice Stash. They have a stash account and they have the normal account. And it's for safety reasons they recommend in the substrate. To ensure optimal fund security, using the stash controller is strongly encouraged. So my controller is called master account and my stash is called a validator account. Okay, from there I'm gonna just basically do the minimum amount, and I'm actually gonna do a little bit less because you want to make sure that you can pay out your delegators when you're doing this. So you want to actually probably do like 224. You have to do at least 25 actually. So 24000 point. Let's go 2. So I'll do 0.2. This is gives you a little bit more leeway to go ahead and do it. And you actually probably want to put more like 100,000 in here. And you can always raise it later and get more from the testnet, but you have to do it on a different day, or you can just do it today. So I'll do it today, and I'll deposit some more after this while we're waiting for the database. That's actually going to take quite a bit of time. So let's go bond, unlock with password here. All right, cool. So look, it's like we're stashing here. And like I said, I'm just gonna make one more. Just call it add account, and this one I'll let you guys see because it doesn't really matter. Call it new account. We'll call it temp account 1, and give it a password. So this is just to make my stash bigger, so that way I can pay out my validators. What? Okay. Oh, there we go. Cool. And then save. And then from there, to get the temporary, to get the testnet A0, just head over to the faucet again and press I am not a robot. Palm trees. What does a palm tree look like? I don't remember what a palm tree looks like. I need to go to somewhere tropical so I can remember. All right, make it rain. All right, cool. So it sent 2,501 Azero. Let's head back here. You can see it in your account already. So actually, we can just press send, and then we'll send it from temp1 to. Well, let me do that. Okay, just a second. So sometimes Substrate can be a little bit wonky. You have to actually go from here and press send, and then it'll let you choose the sending receive address. So I'll send it to my master or to my. Let's send it to my master address here. That way, this makes sure when I create my validator, the automated payments will have enough in the main account to make out those automated payments. Okay, so I'm gonna send out 2,500. 0.9. Okay, make the transfer and then type in your password. Okay. Oopsies. Unable to decode the private phase. There we go. All right. Looks like I'm locked out of my account, guys. What the heck? Maybe I put my. Okay, guys. If this happens, sometimes, like, I don't know why. Sometimes this thing does weird stuff to me. Okay. Well, if that happens, make sure you don't lose your passphrase for one thing. And since I didn't save my thing this time, I'm just gonna forget the account and make a new one. Okay. Oops. Yeah. Okay. And then temp 2, temp 1. I don't know why it didn't save my password correctly. That's weird. Okay. Save it, and we'll do this one more time. I mean, this is good to have this kind of repetition because then you kind of get used to the flow of things before you decide to launch with real money on the mainnet. So that's kind of one reason why I make this tutorial. Kind of helps you get used to explaining. It kind of puts it in your head a little bit better. So, all right. So we got the notes here. All right, and now we can go ahead over to. Let's go ahead and just send that. Let's send that to my other address. So I'm gonna actually send it to my master address here. And it's very easy within Substrate to do that. Like I said, you can just go temp to master, and then go ahead and go like that. Okay, cool. 25,000 and make transfer. And hopefully my password didn't get changed again. Okay. Hopefully someone's not like looking at my private key and like stealing it and then taking my testnet A0 before I have a chance to send it to my other account. All right, so now I have 25,000 in my master account. This will have me set so I can pay any of my testnet delegators. So I'm pretty set there. This is pretty much all you can do for right now from the point of view of what do you call it, registering as a validator node, because you have to actually sync the node first to get the signing key. Okay. So let's go ahead and head over to iTerm and see how it's going. So you can see here it's still downloading the database, so it's not even running the node. All right, that's pretty much all we can do for right now. You just kind of got to wait and let that sync for about 24 hours. For me, when I started up my testnet node, it did take about 24 hours to go ahead and sync, and then from there, you just kind of run the script to find out what the key phrase is. And I'll go ahead and do that right now. I'll show you guys how to do that, and I'll show you at the beginning of the next episode. So there's 2 parts to the series. There's going to be one more part where we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to register your validator. So from here, what you're going to do, just a second. Let me go ahead and show you guys how to go ahead and register for the validator. No, just like, yeah. Okay, so scroll all the way down to the end of the page here. Customizing your setup. Sorry, I'm just trying to find out. Finding a peer ID. Okay, so once your node is synced, basically it'll end up showing something like this. But usually it'll like load too fast when you use this thing right here. And this is basically the Docker logs, and then you put in your Docker ID, and that'll actually show up here on the Polkadot telemetry website. So in this one, I think I put in crypt test node, which, so you can see all my main node is here, but the testnet node that I made today, it's still downloading the database, so it's not here yet. Okay. So what you can do is, sorry, head back to here. And let's go ahead and cd into here. Actually, you don't even need to. I think you can just go like this. No, sorry. Let's go ahead and copy this. Find the PID, Docker logs, and then in order to find, if you lost your node's name, you can actually go Docker container ls, and it'll actually show you. Oh wait, did I not install Docker? Wait, really? Oh, it's gonna give me an error once the Docker gets installed. Then I think. No, I was installing Docker. I'm pretty sure. That's weird. Did I not install Docker? Whatever. I can do that right now. All right, I'll go ahead and install Docker. I think you need Docker installed for this, so just do that real quick. All right, so install Docker. In case any of you guys are watching, I don't know if you guys are curious, but I'm listening to Radio FM. It's like a decentralized radio built on Tezos, so it's pretty cool. They got a lot of cool artists on here. Yeah, so they have actually a free community online radio I'm listening to right now. Let's go ahead and head back to the iTerm. So you can see progress is 41% here. Just downloading that, and this one is still loading the database files. This is going to take a long time. This shouldn't take too long on the. I am running on turnkey internet, and currently I have like I think a 16-core CPU, so this should process relatively quickly. Keyword should, right? So right now I'm running on I think I'm running on a dedicated server, yeah. So currently I think I'm running on this one right here, I think. Yeah. No, this one right here. Oh, sorry, this one. Nope, 16 gigabytes. So this one goes on sale during Black Friday for a lot cheaper. It's like $59 or something. It's like 70% off. So Black Friday is a great time to go ahead and purchase your VPS if you want to do that from them. The only thing is with them is that when you add extra space, it costs a lot more. They give you the regular pricing for that. So I would just take advantage of the colocation deal that they have. If I were you guys, colocation. I think colocation $40 a month. With a Black Friday deal, you can get the upgrade to 100 megabits per second, so it's really nice. Let's go chat back to there. You guys have any questions? I see some people are watching. If anybody has any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat. Okay, let's go ahead and see if the Docker is finished installing here. Looks like Docker finished installing. I'm going to go ahead and look up how to install Docker Compose just in case I need that installed as well. Let's see. There we go. So to install Docker Compose. So here we go. I'll go ahead and install Docker Compose on here real quick. I don't know if I need it, but I use Docker Compose a lot on my stuff, so I'll install it just in case. So yeah. Okay. And let's go ahead and make sure Docker Compose is running here. Okay, looks like Docker Compose. So we shouldn't have any issues now that we install Docker once the database goes ahead and finishes installing here. Or sorry, importing right now. And you can kind of see the space that it's taking up on your hard drive. Just look at that. So you can see that the space on my hard drive is going up quite a bit. But once this gets deleted, we should be only at the same amount around there because it'll delete the original snapshot data. I guess so while we're waiting, I can go ahead and explain to you guys what the different kind of how this works with the validator nodes. It's a little bit different than if anybody watching is from Tezos. So Tezos, you have to have your private key either on there or you have to have a signer set up. With AlephZero, you actually have these things called stashes and sort of the stash owner. So you go to accounts and then you go to, then you go to network stashes and you can go to a new stash. So from here you have like the controller account and then you have the stash account. And so you can kind of think about the stash account as it's like a in place, let me see. Think of your stash as a cold wallet and the controller as your hot wallet. So the stash is kind of like your long-term wallet, and then the funding operations are controlled by the stash, and any other non-funding actions are controlled by the user. So with the payout system, basically what happens is you have all the validator nodes for AlephZero, and from my understanding, all you have to do is issue the payout from your controller account, and then all of the validator nodes will go ahead and pay out all of their payments to the delegators. So let me see. This part I'm not 100% sure on this. You guys go and correct me if I'm wrong. I was pretty sure that if one of the validators goes ahead and does the cycles payouts, then everyone does the payouts. So you see payout all. Oh, so it looks like your payouts. Oh, sorry. This probably only does it for your own payouts for your validator nodes. So a lot of stuff is kind of like nobody has really done it yet because they haven't actually implemented this on mainnet. But once they kind of open this up, I think there's going to be a lot easier for people to understand and a lot more information coming out like regarding this. So it looks like some of these people have actually gotten registered as pools here, and they have one nomination, which means one person is delegated to them. So nominees on AlephZero are actually the delegators, it looks like. Oh, members. Sorry, members. What is the nominees section? Huh. Interesting. So you have the pools here, and then this is open, and then there. Let's go ahead and head back and see if the database is started downloading here. We're still going. All right, guys, in order to go ahead and kind of see, let's go ahead and scroll all the way up here. Let's go ahead and see what, oh, this didn't work. I kind of want to see what, I don't remember what I named it, but let's go Docker container ls. Okay. Well, it looks like it's not working here. All right, so it looks like I don't even know what this is yet. I would have to cancel out of this to see what exactly I put it here. Oh, I don't remember what I named it. Didn't think this was going to take so long. I think I named it, was it crypt test? I think it was crypt test. But it hasn't even started. It hasn't even started the binaries yet for the node, so it doesn't even matter. I think that's pretty much all we can do. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all we can do for today is just kind of wait for this to sync. So I'll go ahead and come back to you guys tomorrow sometime and do a live stream of the rest of it. Or maybe even on Friday I might do that because it probably won't be finished by tomorrow either. So yeah, thank you guys for viewing. Have a great day. I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Peace out.